Hey there, and welcome back to Expert Challenges, an educational monster train series where we get a divine victory on every expert challenge. We're starting to get into the really tough ones. I knew this was coming. The past several that we've been playing, they're not terribly difficult. Some of them are kind of tricky, right? Some of them have some negative modifiers or require you to play a certain way, but they're not too bad. We are now, however, getting into some of the tougher ones. Let's talk about it. All right, let me pull it up. Expert challenge today. Previously, we did Evil Eyes. I think we did a really good job of this. We went with Primordium plus Root Seeds with a fully zero-cost deck. We had Void Binding, Remove Consume, -1 Furnace Tap, a solid selection of cards for Primordium with superfood options. I will say, however, the main thing to take away from Evil Eyes is that you need to plan around the removal of train stewards. You could lean in on this and go dregs or something. You have options, but we chose to just go with some strong openers, Primordium, Root Seeds, and just pile it on. Ended up being otherwise a very strong Primordium run, a victory. Great news. Now we're going on to Arcane Focus. This is a really tough one. You get fewer coins and your units are dazed for 2 turns, but use spell weakness to your advantage and you might still win. This is brutal, alright? I think this would be very tough already if you had Arcane Allergy, or rather just the Daze too, but one of the big struggles is you also have half money. I don't think you can get away with melting as easily on this one as you can with Stewardship, right? Especially because with Stewardship you have the possibility of Firelight, which you can really lean in on, and Tycoon's good for it. Here, you really want to have Stygian somewhere. Now, let me tell you why. First, spell weakness. You want Stygian units that can take advantage of Stygian spells, rather, for their ability to take advantage of spell weakness. Not a lot of clans have a lot that can work with this. Examples are like Wurmkin is really good for this too. Okay. The other thing you might want to consider is, well, I like Titan Channel for this. I think there is an easier line. I'm actually changing my mind as we have this conversation. I'll tell you what I was thinking initially, and then we'll pivot, and I'll explain why. But first of all, the one thing you consider, Titan Channel, because of the, Ethereal Phased. Because of the phase drop, he doesn't actually get dazed. He can't be targeted by it. And so as a result, if you can incant all those times on turn 1, you can just enable the run entirely. And you have a very strong incant line that you can play. That's really good. It's very effective. If you do that with, say, you knew it was coming, Root Seeds. Someone actually mentioned in a comment, geez, Root Seeds is busted. You take it in every single one, and you think about it, it's, yeah, if I'm picking my secondary clan in order to make sure that I win at expert challenges, yeah, Root Seeds is really strong. It's between this and, like, Fracture, but when you get to choose, a lot of the expert challenges are actually beaten or hurt or overcome by the draw from Root Seeds. Think about some of the ones we've done, right? The one that makes you draw fewer cards, right? Root Seeds, it helps, right? You've got Dante, Root Seeds, it helps. Overcharged, you really want to have Windleton, so you have Root Seeds. So, yeah. Anyway. Here we're going to, unsurprisingly, take Root Seeds again. This is nice for a number of reasons. You can do this 2 ways, alright? Let me tell you the other option. The main downside here of Titan Channel is, what if you hit Cold Channel? You can maybe get away with it, but it's risky. You have to play him top floor. He does still function on revenge triggers, right? Even when dazed. So he's still online, technically. So this is a pretty solid line. I'm a fan of this setup. I have had a lot of people recommend Spine Chief to me for this. Decayer can just straight up win the run, and he is unaffected by this daze. There are also some pretty decent Wurmkin spells, such as Power of Knowledge or Ancient Resonance, that deal spell damage and can benefit from that spell weakness. The other nice thing about a Decayer line, you don't need a lot of upgrades from your shops, right? So you can get away with the half money. And that might be what puts me over on this, right? It might be that. The one thing to keep in mind, though, is that if you miss Decayer, you're relying on what? Corruptor? Man, Corruptor is really strong. 2 days. Let's think about this. With 2 days, yeah, okay, you can get there. As long as you play top floor into Divinity, you can get away with it. Quick Sweeper or something. Alright, I think Wurmkin is probably a little safer here. And it's largely because I think, one, Fracture is a much better opening card. It is a ping, which is excellent. And Spine Chief is just really strong. Yeah, okay. I think this is a good choice. I was originally leaning into the Soul Guard angle here, which I do think is viable and very fully functional for this. But we're going to go with Wurmkin instead. We're going to hard pivot in the middle of the intro. I love to see it. So yeah, that's about all I've got for you. So as always, do like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And yeah, let's see what Arcane Focus has for us today. This is going to be tough, but I think we'll be able to get through it. Yeah, should be okay. Alright, hope you're all doing well. I'm doing fine. It's a little bit of an odd recording time for me. It's 8:30 p.m., which does mean that I'm having my coffee in the middle of this episode. Pretty fun, though. It's a nice little time to do it. I've got a little bit of a setup on my left here for enjoyment and sustenance, and then I have the recording setup on the right, so it's good stuff. Hopefully you're having a nice evening, afternoon, whenever you're watching this, and let's get in on it. So as before, we are default Wurmkin, Exile Awoken, an excellent clan combo, one of the best, big fan. We're facing Pushback Talos, Curse Fell, Chase Seraph, a tough combo, but one that I think we can overcome. We have Shelter, Vine Grasp, and Return Soul. These are nuts. Vine Grasp is incredible, it's cheap, it's easy, it reorganizes things, it's great. And then we have Shelter, which is a user for all these echoes, and Return Soul, which turns things into more echoes and shrinks the deck. Cool, yeah, awesome. All right, let's get in on it. Things to be mindful of. We have Tithe, Arcane Allergy, Starry Suffering here. The most important thing to watch out for, conduit floors. Anything that has a haste floor is terrifying because you cannot even attack them. This is where something like Fracture helps a lot, right? Because even though it doesn't benefit from the spell weakness, it is extremely strong at just killing backlines and dealing with those conduits. This is also why I was really happy to see Vine Grasp. So money is going to be a big problem, but that's okay. If we play Decayer and things work out well, then I don't really need money. All right, let's see what we have. Temples today are 2, 4, 5, 7, 8. 5 temples, excellent. We have a lot of flexibility here. We have Hellvent on steel side on 8, nothing special. We have a good steel shop with health and removals on 7. Wow, I'm wrong. That's on 8. The 7 one is caverns and money. Less good, but still good. No removals at all. Competes with the magic shop. We have double horde removal trinket shop on 6. This is nonsense strong when you have Wurmkin. Almost certainly we want to plan around going here. It competes with a kind of trashy steel shop. We probably won't need it. This is great. I need to save money for that. Rando Hellvent plus money on 5 competes with a good magic shop. With root seeds, magic shops are very strong. -1s are excellent. We're going to spend most of our money on that. Money is going to be hard to come by. These trinket shop might not even be possible, but even then, double horde and removals is still pretty good here. Let's see, on ring 4, no shops on ring 4. Tough. I guess it's a good thing we went with Wurmkin. That would have been pretty punishing on our friend Soulguard, but still pretty good. Hellvent on 4 with a Awoken banner, removal horde, and health on the other side. Interesting. Double steel, double magic early. We do see a steel shop Awoken banner. I'm fine with that. We also see double Wurmkin banners on magic and then steel side. Okay, fair enough. Cool. Let's see what we hit. Light's Gift is sick. Yeah, okay, this is great. This is nonsense strong if we end up on Corruptor, but it's also still good if we end up on Decayer. It's true. Meanwhile, Dun Echo is this is the best Dun Echo you're ever gonna see. It's floor 1. I really love this Dun Echo, but Light's Gift protects us so heavily that I just have to click it. We snap the money here. We get our choice Corruptor Decayer. You know, I mean, I don't need Quick now, right? Because of Light's Gift. Corruptor's really consistent here. Daze 2. Daze 2. The one thing about Daze 2 is that it means that units I draw in turn 2 on are not necessarily as good because they don't get to swing on floor 3. They'll rather wave 3. I do see a guaranteed Awoken banner on Steel side if I go that way. I am highly inclined to go Magic Shop. The thing that pushes me away from Decayer here is actually just Tithe, right? I'm not going to have enough money walking out of this stuff to upgrade on Ring 2. I think we're going to miss multi-strikes. We're a lot more multi-strike dependent. And I don't really need Quick anymore, so it's pretty much just multi-strike. Whereas with Decayer, I feel like a bunch of -1s and some really consistent draw power, and we can crush this. I'm going to go Decayer then. Yeah. All right, cool. We're going to go Decayer, and then we're going to go to the right coming up. I'm going to grab this unit draft. I'm going to be looking for something like Vine Mother. Well, Vine Mother might not be great with the rando stings, but, you know, all good. I'm going to burn that Root Seeds, yeah. Make this a little stronger. Vine Mother might be tricky. Yeah, you see this, like, this train steward is kind of like, alright, good job, bud, you pass away. He tries his best. It's fine. Sure. It's all good. Alright, now all I have to do is see purple cards and we can clear floors. So, but you can see we actually don't clear everything here because I didn't draw enough purple nonsense, which is outrageous. Fair enough. Well, we take a little bit of damage. It's fine. It's only 3 damage, but you can immediately see some of the challenges of this setup. We do snake out of this, which is good. Let's work on the boss. I'm going to go ahead and start working on bottom floor. We're going to put it into the boss, actually. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. I need to draw tons of cards. So we're going to go ahead and return Soul back Mr. Root Seeds here to burn it. Play out this curse. Take the Root Seeds. Our goal of playing these train swords, they're worse than usual. Is even crazy, is a crazy thing to say. But yes, they are worse than usual. Just click this shelter and we do get out of this. There wouldn't have been a lot of Reap here. Only 20 damage, but we get out of it off the back of Root Seed scaling, so no problem. Hosting Kin, Echo Infusion, Echo Transfer. Hosting Kin being a purple card is nice. Obviously, Dun Echo would have made one of these extracts be purple, which would have been nuts. I'm going to go ahead and click Hosting Kin. Am I? Nah, it's Echo Infusion. Of course. Restoration Detonation. Well, it's a spell that might benefit from... What is it? Might benefit from the spell weakness. The downside, of course, being that nothing's really hitting Spine Chief until Divinity or Relentless. Sharpen is a terrible card. We're not going to click it. I don't need Wildwood Sap. I'm going to skip this here. Sure, Keeper of Echoes. This does it, right? Yeah, it's great. Scale health, scale stats. I don't really need them to hit. I just need to have purple cards. We go right. Sure. Going to take -1s. They're strong. Every Root Seeds that gets a -1 is very powerful. This Wurmkin banner is eggs. Endless Egg is awful here because they pop out dazed and you're spawning so many units. It's terrible. Yeah, you've got to watch out for it. We're skipping these for sure. I don't want to spawn the units. I don't want those infusions. It's whatever. Spell chains are huge. Yeah, spell chains are nuts. Okay, so the angle here is reroll into a -1. True. This -1 is worth a lot. And I'm going to go ahead and toss a spell chain into a Root Seeds. It seems stupid, but it's going to be fine. Trust me. You could put this in Return Soul, by the way. Is it better in Return Soul? It might be. Interesting. Return Soul's really good with a spell chain. The nice thing about this is it also means that eventually you're able to spell chain and pop your own return soul. So eventually you can be like, all right, I want to play 4 cards on this turn. So I go return soul, play something. I spell chain return soul, draw back return soul, then return soul, and then you get a whole big power play. I'm gonna go ahead and spell chain this. This can burn a lot of cards down quick, which will get me to only my purples. Purge, no, I like all my cards. Shelters are good, they go away. Vine Grasp are good cannon fodder for return soul. I'm fine with it. Let's move on. Okay. We're looking okay so far. I think I could take this spikes pretty comfortably. It is a little bit depressing only getting like 35 gold for this, but it is what it is. We're going to put Keeper in front. It does not. I'm going to put him in back right now. We're going to go ahead and toss Reap downstairs just to get rid of Curse Friends. I do not wish for curses. We play the Root Seeds up top. I want to stop curses, pull this guy forward. We're charging upstairs. This is important so that I'm a little stronger. Good, good. Root Seeds, excellent. Fracture. Echo Infusion. We return soul here. Our first return soul is the Fracture. Blast 'em. Our second return soul is a Vine Grasp. Blast them, sacrifice a Train Steward to the Ether. We clear the heavy and are feeling pretty decent about it. Root Seeds upstairs, toss a Shelter down. I'm going to take... That's unfortunate. I am taking, what, 3 there? The curses I don't like. I do not like the curses here. Terrible draws. Good grief. We sacrifice them. With any luck, I see some purples. Maybe? Possibly? Alright, we get out. You know what? It could have been worse. Alright, we'll take it. Fair enough. We get out of here. Thank you, Light's Gift, by the way. Very cool. 3 damage. All good. That's worth that. I'm going to take Echo Transfer. If my floor can actually hit something and kill it, that's really good. It's purple. I'll take it. Glimmer. I want to heal my floor. Yes. Glimmer is purple. It's good. I want it. Honestly, pretty happy with those cards. Steel Shop, not that important. Magic Shop, though. Holdover is killer. Put that on Glimmer. There's money in the middle, 50. I could re-roll off of that, go to 180. I'm going to go left here. Yeah, I think so. I don't see a Steel Shop for the whole mid-game. Some plus 25s would go a long way here. Ooh, but most importantly, this could be an infusion opportunity, right? Could be. What would I take here? Well, it's like another Keeper, right? Something like that? Honestly, I'd like to see some Awoken unit infusions. Something like an Animus of Will, or even a Husk Hermit for plus 30 life would be fine. Let's go to this Magic Shop. I actually think this is a stronger play for us overall. Double stack. I'm going to take the cash here. I'm gonna skip a -1 because if I do hit a holdover, it's nuts. I don't. Well, it was good that I did, because if it had been a holdover, it would have cost 120. We'll make a Root Seeds free. Fine. Plus 10. Could put a plus 10 on a Vine Grass, but I'm going to save my money. Removing Train Stewards is going to be very important. Don't offer wealth? Absolutely not. I'll trade Pyre Health, though. Yeah, base charge? Absolutely nuts. 10 health for base charge is incredible. We save our money and we move on. A little sad about that, but it's fine. Permafrost is not the play here either. I know you're maybe thinking like, Return Soul or something, but I don't think it's that good. A terrible turn 1. But it's actually okay. Who do I want in back? Because we put Keeper down in front because I want him in back. True. I'm going to go ahead and Shelter and Echo Infusion here. Sure. Yeah, you get a little pummeled by these bosses, unfortunately, but we can offset it. I need to draw anything purple. I want to click on this Shelter to get rid of it. I'm going to go ahead and purple the Foot Soul. I'm going to put it in front. I think it's better in front, yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's fine. Just hit, right? Glimmer, good. We pop something. I'm going to go ahead and Root Seeds. Return Soul on the Vine Grasp. I'm going to play it up here. I'm going to go ahead and Return Soul again. This one will be on a Fracture. My next turn is likely to be pretty bad. True. It's not good, but I could... No, let's charge the floor. I think it's fine. I'm drawing 6 out of 9. No holdovers here. Hey, it could have been worse. I'll take it. Take this Fracture, clear the floor. Honestly, excellent. That's way better than I was worried about it. Let's go ahead and pop in middle here. Doesn't really matter. Yeah, it doesn't do anything. Kill Train Steward whenever you can. It does invert my floor again. It's not great, but it's not terrible. Click Root Seeds. Well, we don't get to play out the thing on... We don't kill this guy in back. It's going to have to be okay. He swings twice. Unfortunate. Okay. I need to pull this guy forward to kill him. Actually, click your Root Seeds first. I want to see what this looks like, actually, if I play it all out. We're actually fine. Huh. 7 by 8. 7 by 7. I'm basically deciding, can I get away with an Echo Infusion here? You're taking... The front guy dies because I'm getting 72 damage punched into him here, which is nice. Mid guy has 50 life. If I go and cut an Echo, I have 6 up here, times 8 is 48. He does not die. If I pull him, I don't kill middle guy. So, TLDR, don't play... Yeah, don't play this Echo Infusion on that floor. Okay, fine. We clear the whole floor and I'm fine with it. Okay. Alright, Glimmer, sure. Root Seeds, Return Soul. I'm going to take the Vine Grasp. Am I going to flip these guys around again? Probably. Yeah, sure. I'll flip them around. Return Soul. This is going to be my Return Soul into Return Soul turn. You're going to see what this looks like. It's very good. We're going to go ahead and burn Echo Infusion here. I'm going to go ahead and Return Soul again to draw more cards next turn. This lets me get away with an Echo Transfer, and I can Super Reap the Boss for some free damage next turn. And that was a very important play to guarantee this victory. Yeah. Cool. Good job. I don't even have to go to Reap at the end, but we are doing 216 there as well if we needed to. So, pretty decent, actually. Pretty decent. Eternal Kinstone. Oh my gosh, it's double purple. I can't say no. It's also a permanent purple. These are absolutely awful. You could maybe get away with a Kinhost Vessel Infusion. It's plus 10 health. Kinda, in form of armor, and it is Reap to the whole floor. Pseudo Sweep. The thing is I already have real Sweep, essentially, in Spine Chief. As long as I'm drawing purple cards, it's fine. What other options do I have? An Awoken banner with a Hellvent? The removals are a premium because Train Stewards are especially bad, and money is hard to come by. I was really leaning towards the removal here. If I have to go Awoken banner, is Kinhost Vessel good enough? It's not Animus of Speed. I have Light's Gift. I'm also not attacking. Plus 10, plus 10. I'm gonna go with the Kinhost Vessel, I guess. It's not great, but it's some life, and it is Reap to the floor. Maybe I see Decayed Decoy or something. It's something, alright. It stacks in a Relentless. We'll do it. I don't love it, but it's fine. Ember is doubly good here because I have Root Seeds. I can play all of them, but it also gets me out of Fel. So we're going to go ahead and take... It's not tax in this case. It's just I think it's a superior choice when you have curses coming up and Root Seeds to offset this. We're going to go chase removals because Train Stewards are especially abysmal here. They're just so bad. Let's do our infusion. Give me that plus 30 and a glimmer, please, and thank you. Let's do our infusion now. I can't afford to hit Keeper on turn 2. It's a weird infusion, let me tell you, but it'll do. Go all in Decayer, of course. Infector is funny, but no, it's just all in Decayer here. For sure, we take random health. Horde says, Mark of a Champion. It's not very good on him. I'll take Cleansing Water, sure. I like Cleansing Water. 75 shards in a ring 4, you'd think I was confident. Fortunately, the negatives here don't affect me too badly. Multi-strike is scary. I don't have many cards. I've removed some trash. I have not taken Draw Relic. I can offset this somewhat with Clipped Conduits getting the shots. I'm going to go ahead and take this. I think that there's a lot of reasons for me to want this Relic, and there's a lot of ways for me to get out of this. It's a really good turn 1, in fact. It's a really good turn 1. For the record, later on we may play Chief in back, because the whole point of having a unit like this is we really, really, really want... Ooh, look at this Kinhost. Eternal Kinstone airdropping in, just flatlining the floor. We really want to make sure that Chief doesn't die. If anyone gets swung on, I want it to be the Keeper. Although we do have Light's Gift to offset this, so that might not actually be necessary. We should click on Echo Transfer when visible, when possible. It's good. I'm going to go ahead and Fracture upstairs. It's good. We'll click the Shelter here. I'm going to pop the money on middle. Every bit counts. I don't care if this front guy walks in, so let's take the Echo Infusion. He doesn't actually walk in anyway. Fine. They weren't swinging anyway, that's right. It's very funny. Hey, look, we actually did it. 3 waves remaining. Let's go ahead and pop the Conduit now, and we'll just kind of use this opportunity to power up a bit. Yeah, we got the Glimmer on bottom. That's pretty good. Root Seeds, Glimmer on bottom. This plus 30 Glimmer, if I hit a holdover, it's nonsense. It's so powerful. Get rid of Train Stewards. I do not want to redraw them. Alright, cool. We Glimmer Slam upstairs. It's powerful. I'm going to go ahead and just load up this floor. I want to burn the Root Seeds. Yes, I want to burn the Fracture. Yes. Scaling. It's something. Fracture. I want to buy turns on the Thoughtbinder here. So to do that, we want to play all of the important stuff. How am I looking up here? 72, 34. He's taken 45. It's fine, right? Yeah, math. Quick math. We do enough damage. It's good. Double purple. Let's go. I love that so much. It's such a feels-good moment. Oh no, I used the spell weakness. What if I draw in a Glimmer? It's fine, we win anyway. I did end up drawing in the Glimmer. Behold, my hubris. Oh no, we win by a little less. It's fine. It's fine. It's one of those things, winning... Oh, wow, that's a really good hit. Improved Firebox, I'll take that. Winning is good, right? So, we take these. I'm actually going to click on Soul Crushing Guild. I love Soul Cripple and Wurmkin Spike here, but having a Daze does give us an angle for beating Divinity if I don't actually generate enough purples to win Pre-Relentless. So let's click it. It's good. Well, Reserved Thorns is not bad. It's good cannon fodder for Return Soul, which I like. It replaces itself and then some. It's fine. It's a good draw. We'll take it. I don't love it. It's not purple. It could be better, but it's fine. Divine Artifact. Divine Emblem of the Exiles guarantees we beat a lot of stuff on this next combat. Let's just take that. This just guarantees ring 5 for me, and there's no that 25 gold is actually, what, like 10 here? So we chase some removals, Magic Shop again. Yeah, do it. Cut the remaining Train Stewards. They are especially terrible. You thought I didn't like Train Stewards before. I hate them right now. What do I have? A plus 30 again. Give me a holdover, coward video game. No? Rude. Double stack Soul Crushing Guilt is sick, though. I should really take this. Oh, but if I roll in a holdover, what if the glimmer? What if the glimmer? If I take a root seeds upgrade, I go to 170. It makes me I can do a 110 and lower. It's pretty likely. It's pretty likely. Let's look at this temple for. It's not this temple. This shop. This caverns first. It could give me a -1 or 10 gold or something, or it could just straight up give me all magic, which is also cool. What am I thinking? I'll take a ping, sap maybe. Rage, I have no other rage stacks, this just falls away. Regen is the same. We'll go offense. It's probably going to end up being buff next, but not guaranteed. It's not guaranteed. It could be, what, the Ascend floor next or something? That would be kind of garbo. Would I still take rage? And no, I don't need the damage, right? I have an Echo Transfer, which is better because it's purple. We'll take sap. Yeah, see, we got this one, right? Sap is not great here. Sap Descend? Sap Push? We'll click Descend. It's going into an enemy. Sap Descend Gold? Gain plus 10 gold. It's one of the rare instances where you see this kind of come up. Yeah, you know what? Every little bit of cash matters. It's not great because it's not purple, but we do have Return Soul. Sap an enemy, Descend him. It's a weird card, but I'll take it. If I get even a couple plays of that, it pays for itself. I'm okay with that. Purge. I don't hate any of these. I think what we do is we go Stackstone into Soul Crushing Guilt here. This is just very, very powerful. It's just so powerful that I want to do it. I'm going to -1 Eternal Kinstone because it's crazy good. And I might eventually put like a permafrost on Soul Crushing Guilt as well, so I don't want to take up that slot yet. Eternal Kinstone, I always want to play this. 100%. Yeah, sure. Okay, fair enough. A +30. Could make Vine Grasp a veritable weapon. Not sure how I feel about that. I don't think it's worth the shards. We're going to take them later. Purge, no, we're fine. We move on. 75 is pretty cozy into this floor. Whatever it is, I don't fear it. Yeah, take the spikes. It's fine. Relics are good hits here. Maybe I see something good from the Wurmkin angle. 5 million Ember on turn 1. True. We easy win this thanks in large part to Divine Emblem of the Exiles. So let's yoink. I want the money. Well, there's a shelter upstairs. We'll take the root seeds here. I'm going to blast the stings. Glimmer goes middle, I think, because this guy's just going to heal it off on bottom. Yeah, we'll go middle. Fine. Take the Echo Transfer. And then I may as well sting downstairs. Maybe we could do something about this. I don't know. I'm doing it for the card draw and nothing else, really. Incredible. Money. Money. I'm going to drop this. Yeah, sure. Drop that guy. 10 gold. It's hype. I'm very excited about 10 gold. And yeah, see, now you just go Return Soul and we go, alright, burn some stings, huh? No one actually wants these. So they're really good for this purpose. And we can drop a very strong shelter here. Yeah, cool. If I connect this Soul Crushing Guilt with the boss, we're out of control powerful, right? It's true. We do actually kill the guy upstairs. That's impressive, I'll say. Yeah, that's actually genuinely impressive. Let's... I'm drawing 7. It's a pretty good set of draws. Let's play upstairs then. Yeah, I think that's better. Okay. This floor is maybe scary if I draw poorly, but we're unlikely to draw poorly. I'm going to descend a guy on middle. We're fine upstairs, right? We'll go ahead and hit that Return Soul first. Let's just drop that. We're going to go ahead and pull Vine Grasp and yoink this man forward. We clear the floor. It's good business. I love it. I do want money. Money. There's a chance I draw into it again and Return Soul it in the future, so let's not do that yet. I wish to burn a fracture here, and then we're already clearing the floor, so we take life. We have like 200 health in the front, so I'm really not afraid of Crystal Cloak. Oh, you missed the 50-50 cleansing water gambit. We're fine though, right? I have little concern here. True. Okay, cool. It's good. Now, there's a lot of things I could draw that are great here. Let's just slam the Glimmer into the boss. It's really good. If I can hit... I think we win anyway, but if I hit Old Magic, Return Soul, Soul Crushing Guilt, we pop off. So we're going to prioritize card draw here and stats. We're doing like 126 on this floor, right? Yo, we hit. Send, I wish to Return Soul back that Old Magic. Maximize my money gain here. Root Seeds, Soul Crushing Guilt, Echo Transfer, Echo Infusion, Fracture, Return Soul, and then we go again. Go next on Return Soul into Return Soul here. We're going to hit that Soul Crushing Guilt. We take 0. Yeah, you can see how strong this turn quickly became. We were winning on floor. Enemy never swings. That's what you like to see. That's the turns. Those are the turns we want here. Very good. Oh my goodness, we hit Serrated Mandibles. We're popping off. Ancient Resonance is pretty darn good here, right? But I could also just play Glimmer again. I actually think we skip it. Soul Siphon is kind of pointless. I'm playing top floor to capitalize on Light's Gift and to dodge Starry Suffering. Let's skip these. Take my 5 gold and move on. Wildwood Custodian, Edge Prior. You know, they would be cool, but it's fine. One thing we haven't really been factoring in is how nice it is having the extra relentless days. I mean, not days, but reap scaling. It might matter eventually. Skip this. I don't need it. 170. Sure. I can't afford anything on the left side as much as I would like to look at it. I'm going to go right. Take some health. I can take that and then look at a steel shop at long last. Maybe see some plus 25s. Maybe there's a multi-strike I can't afford to re-roll, so we'll take it if they show it. Yeah, I mean, it's good. It applies more reap and sure, we'll take it. Battlestone. I'll take the Battlestone if we get nothing else. Yeah, plus 25. Incredible. We're online. Amazing. Optimal. Hardened Hull. Hilarious. Infused Mallet is garbage. Is Cheater's Hand ever good enough? Man, I don't like Cheater's Hand here because we're likely to draw 10 and this might screw us up. The only thing this really helps with is the pseudo permafrost on Soul Crushing Guilt, which I do need to play when I can. I don't like it. So, I'd rather take Infused Mallet. I'm not skipping for 10 gold here. Is it Infused Mallet? Does this ever betray me? It's just garbage. I guess I'll take it. Maybe it does something on Chased. I don't know. I don't think Cheater's Hand is right because I'm liable to be drawing a lot, and I'm taking draw after this boss. We'll take the Mallet. It's fine. That's a really depressing, very depressing relic. But it's okay. We hit Serrated Mandibles, whatever. Mandibles lets us completely blast our friend Bell. This is a terrible turn one, sadly, but it's okay. We at least get to put some numbers down, yeah? Sure. Okay. Draw cards. Draw cards. Reap downstairs is good. We'll kill an enemy. Because I would like to avoid taking too many curses here. Please and thank you. Behold, Infused Mallet has killed 2 curse enemies. You thought he was weak, but he is, in fact, too powerful. Let's yank this guy and toss that sting at him. Incredible news. We'll work on mid-floor, sure. I think she comes upstairs here, which I want to make it a good turn. Yeah, baby. Let's make this work. Let's go ahead and root seeds. We're just going to load her up as high as we reasonably can. I want this turn to make her essentially pass away. Like, I so badly want to do this, I'm actually burning the Return Soul right now. I would really like to be able to Return Soul the old magic, but I'm playing the old magic, just not on Sap. Not on Fel, rather. I called her Sap. I want to Glimmer bottom floor, but let's accept the curse for money. We're going to go ahead and Return Soul here into pretty much any power play I can imagine. Sure, Vine Grasp, we'll get rid of that. I'm going to Return Soul again into a Sting here. Seems good. Pop that last spell shield. We're doing almost 1,000 damage to her here. That is a turn of victory. That's how you win on a floating boss. And now she's just going to casually take hundreds of damage on any floor she goes to, which is pretty much the best. So go ahead and toss the Glimmer bottom because I can benefit from a lot here. Slam that. Oh, it's good. She takes so much damage. It's amazing. Good. Great. I think we're fine. I don't think she goes top anymore, but I guess she might. We'll see. Maybe. Work on this mid-floor guy. You live? Man, that's terrifying. Let's go ahead and go next on him. I don't want to leak that. Drop him. It's fine. We're not doing a ton of damage yet. Give me one more term upstairs. You coward. You fool. You absolute buffoon. Alright. Look, I know I took pyre damage for this. It's worth it, okay? It was worth 3 pyre damage to insta-kill her on this turn. So, it's fine. I'll trade that. Wurmkin etchings? What does this return? Maybe anything I bring back on Return Soul? I don't think that's that very good here. Unleash the Wildwood? Nah, Glimmer's better for this because of the... What is it? Arcane Allergy? We just skipped this. Shard Channeler was also here. We take card draw. Good. Drawing cards will help. I don't need another steel shop, so let's just keep hunting the magic shop. Look, I get pyre health anyway, alright? You don't need to worry about it. It's fine. I'm full life. I never took any damage. It's whatever. Drop cage. I do have a daze. I do have a descend. I could play this on the boss for a second set of daze. That's actually really good. Yeah, that's actually really good here. Incredible. I do need some shards. We have a 10 in piercing, which is what I'm going to do to Glimmer if I don't top into this holdover. Yeah, alright. We didn't top into the holdover. So let's just full send and create a monster here. Great. Cool. Good job. I now might consider duping that. It's a possibility. It's a really strong card. Decayer 3. It's good. More Reap. I'd love to remove something. Can I get away with this? What do I cut? Most of my cards are pretty decent. Good cannon fodder. I can at least put a -1 into something. Didn't see a buyable permafrost, so... Do I save this? Am I going to the dupe? If I go to the dupe, I want to put a -1 in Soul Crushing Guilt so I can play it last comfortably. Yeah, let's do this. Good. Cool. +10. I don't care about the Vine Grasps. You can't make me do it. Let's move on. We're at 100 shards. We might chill at just this amount. They're gonna need to show me something killer good next. Heaven's Seal is horrifying, but I think we have the tools. I can either daze them or send them or go next on them, right? I can make them drop to a lower floor with daze, so... We also dodge Ember Drain pretty comfortably here, so I think it's fine. We definitely play Stings. 100%. I'm just going to toss this Reap into this guy. And then, what? Burn some Stings immediately so I can draw tons. And then burn Fracture so this man essentially dies. It's so much power from Serrated Mandibles. It's crazy. Glimmer bottom. Doesn't really matter. Remember, this guy does live, but he's taking so much from Reap. It's like, alright, whatever. Buff upstairs. May as well Vine Grasp up here. I guess I could Reap up here. What do am I more concerned with? Preloading him with some damage. I'm going to go ahead and Old Magic downstairs. And then I'm going to Glimmer downstairs just to kill that back guy. I could have maybe saved some echoes, played that a little differently. It's really hard to pick out what the right play is here. We're looking, we actually just flatline this guy because he's alone and getting serrated mandibles. So yeah, okay, great job. He dies, 100%. This bottom floor is horrifying. I can, for it's worth, push down on this man's armor though. Let's do it. I think it's right to push numbers into the armor and then pull this guy forward, because then he gets hit by my floor and the back guy maybe walks, but we'll see. Buff upstairs. No enemy can walk on me. I need to play every root seeds. It's good. Old Magic. What do you Old Magic here? Who's scariest? Doesn't really matter, I think. Alright, fine. It doesn't really matter. The Vine Grasp doesn't do anything. The stings are whatever. It's fine. Sure. I'm not going to play the Soul Crushing Guild. That would have been a good turn for Cheater's Hand, by the way, if anyone's keeping track. Although I would have hurt my draws. I don't know. It's a tough one. Thank you, Eternal Kinstone. This card is ridiculous. Bottom floor is getting glimmered, of course. We clear top. Thank you, Serrated Mandibles. Bottom floor just gets absolutely slammed into oblivion. Great. It's good. Work on that. All right, I'm going to bring stuff back. The play here is I'm burning Vine Grasps because I don't need them anymore, and I would like to weaponize them. Here we go. I am going to purple this floor up. We're not doing a lot of damage, but it's enough. We're doing something like 100. It's something. Root, seeds, Thank you. We kill the heavy. It's good. Mid-floor. Doesn't really matter. We're going to shelter up here. I'm dropping the guy in back. It's easy clears. All right, cool. We never get punished. We don't lose the Heaven Seal. Amazing. We're powering up upstairs to the best of our ability. Let's go ahead and full send. I do wish to burn essentially as many of these cards as I can get away with. I'm hoping that I can redraw here, so we're going to actually burn instead the Echo Infusion. I think our stats are fine. Yeah, we should be okay. If I can just hit one more time. Yeah, you Fracture and Soul Crushing Guilt middle, and this man essentially ceases to be relevant challenge, which is amazing. Drawing 9 into 9 cards. I think we see everything, which should give me... Yeah, we see everything. Which gives me Old Magic into... You bet. Return Soul, Old Magic. Thank you very much. I mean, you can see the turn here is now you burn Mr. Return Soul and a Return Soul and the Soul Crushing Guilt, right? And then you get the Echo Transfer, you got the Soul Crushing Guilt, you play all the cards out, and then you just get to burn pretty much everything and have an absolute fiesta time here. This man is currently taking 810 damage, but just passes away from my floor due to 16 days. Remember, I have Drop Cage with the Old Magic. So the days that we can push out into a burst there is nonsense. Force Contamination is maybe okay. We do buff Chief to respectable levels. Is that better than, say, Revenge of the Damned or something? I don't need access to backlines. A second Return Soul. You can never have too many of these in a deck like this. Just being honest. It's Return Soul or Force Contamination. Force Contamination, it's purple. I am getting to respectable numbers with Chief, but he's never getting the buffs. I'll take the Return Soul, it's fine. It's a fine extra card. Invigorating Solution, it's purple, draw me more cards, sure, let's go. When it's purple like that, I'm happy to grab it. Now the dupe here, that would be a killer Glimmer to just play. I think it's the strongest thing I can do. Removals, meh. I kind of like my deck as is. Let's go for the dupe. I think it's fine. I don't love the steel shop, because what am I doing here? Oh boy, I have no slots open. I guess we'll look for Pyrestone housing. Not that I would take it, but... Faulty loader. Alright, let's look in the temple. Is there a spell chain? Spell chain Eternal Kinstone is kind of one of the most disgusting cards that I can imagine. So, that's pretty ridiculous. This is quad echoes for 1 ember, which is just disgusting. Wow. Although you could spell chain the other return soul. No, I think the Eternal Kinstone is just stronger. That's so strong that's worth the 15 shards. 10 in Piercing, Vine Grasp, no, I don't care. I'm burning those. I'm duping the Glimmer, it's fine. We're re-rolling this Trinket Shop. It could show me something amazing. Thorn Fruit, Gnarled Root, Boon of the Blacksmith, none of those are amazing. That's rough. Dupe here goes into Glimmer for 15. I sit at 130 pretty comfortably. I cut cards? Do I? The shelters are slowing me down. I can and should just heal up with Glimmers. Guess we cut the shelters. They're not bad, but they're not really doing anything. They do slow me. Root Seeds are all good. Fractures are all good. These are also excellent cards to have with Return Soul. Shelters, on the other hand, I'm never leaving them in hand. All right, I'll cut the shelters. You got me. Fair enough. We'll cut shelter. We'll cut other shelter. It's fine. I guess I could buy Boon of the Blacksmith instead. Maybe that's relevant? Can't do anything here. Alright, maybe it's Boon of the Blacksmith. Is this... If I'm worried about leaking something, this does improve the thresholds. I'm okay with leaving a shelter, and this is a very low impact removal. Let's take the Boon and see if this maybe saves the run. We'll go from here. Yeah, 130 out of 100. I think we've got this. I'm pretty confident that Spine Chief is the absolute right play with Arcane Focus. I talked myself into it. I'm glad I did it. This would have also looked sick with Corruptor, so no worries. Playing upstairs. I'm going to go ahead and... ping. I guess it doesn't really matter. We'll shoot a guy. I'm going to go ahead and Preserved Thorns and then just send it into our friend Chased. I'm going to Return Soul back a Sting to draw faster here. We get some Reap on him. He's going to clear it all. Although he is low enough that we're not worried about Purify, which is kind of funny. This is a really good turn, isn't it? This is a ridiculously good turn. Look at this. I get the Spell Chain, Eternal Kinstone. You ready to full send here? This goon is about to take like 5 million damage, actually. And then I get to Return Soul. You know what? Burning the Return Souls like this is ridiculously good. Like, just... yes? And then what, you burn Eternal Kinstone here? And we can do just an astronomical amount of damage to this boss here. Truly disgusting amounts of damage to him. I'm still going, by the way. We're still doing it. I have done 2,057 damage to Mr. Seraph on turn 2. That's very strong. Now, he cuts all of this. I'm not benefiting from this much. He still has 60 Reap. That's funny. That is hilarious to me. None of this stuff really matters. Just click the cards, though. He did clear, right? So I want to avoid too terribly much here. Let's go ahead and just Reap this floor, right? Because I don't mind. He takes so much damage from extra here. Now, he is going to clear the days off. Keep this in mind. This floor does swing on me. It does swing on me. Pretty concerning, but the play is actually drop Mr. Ember Drain Goon, and then we accept the rest of this. Sure. It's a lot of damage. It's fine. I have Glimmers. I'll draw into them. Yeah, see? I don't die anyway. Just click this Glimmer and we're like full healed and everything is passing away. So, pretty good, it turns out. Click the other Glimmer, we just kill that man entirely and we're looking okay here. Yeah, we're fine. I will burn the shelter here, it's not bad. Sure, we clear the whole floor, seems good. He comes back upstairs. Alright, I don't think we're going to have another turn like that one we did, but this is going to come about as close as I think we can pull. So, let's do it. Now, I would really, really like... I'm going to Soul Crushing Guilt this guy. I accept this damage. I should have played that in a different order to get the charged echoes that were permanent out paying for this first. We don't take any damage from him because he walks up with the daze, and that's just going to be okay. We don't have any more explosive turns in us because I burned all the tools for them, but I'm not mad about it, so it's fine. I can't actually load up the boss, by the way. This is now kept between turns, so everything else is permanent, so fair enough. Glimmer upstairs. Click these cards first, please. Remember, this is a mistake that I'm sure someone is telling me about in chat down below, but it's okay. Oh no, he has forgotten to win more. It's fine. I might have been able to do like a weird speed pre-relentless or something, but it's fine. Click Soul Crushing Guilt, which guarantees the win here. Well done. Excellent. Cool, we clear upstairs, not afraid of it. I'm just going to go ahead and reap the boss. There's no reason not to. It's fine. Does not matter. Whatever. Enemies will attack. It's okay. Probably going to draw a Glimmer or something. Whatever. Yeah, actually, they get dazed by the Light's Gift. My guy stood no chance. It's fine. Hey, look, I can still kill him with the Sting. We did it. Amazing. I'm also going to descend him for further money out of sheer disrespect. And I would also, I know 504 reap damage. Let's just send this guy with that 15 days. He's having a rough day. Cool, and I'm pretty confident we get through Divinity even faster. He does clear our reap, but I don't have any fear otherwise, so I think we've got this. Yeah, I think we have pulled this off, which is excellent. I'm glad to see it. Oh, Cleansing Water. Cleansing Water fully disarmed the Apprentice of Lightfloor. Also, can we talk about how ridiculously, stupidly good this turn 1 is? You want to see, I get the days off immediately? Good grief, that's amazing. We just drop in our guys, and then we immediately go, hey, would you like to play Eternal Kinstone a million times? Yes, in fact, I would. There you go, Daze the Man, and we end with 4. I love to see it. Excuse me. Cleansing Water. I know he's really trying to get on the thumbnail. Look at this. Meanwhile, Infused Mallet's targeting the back guy, trying to get him down, but can't do any. Can't do it. That's okay. I forgive you, bud. I'm going to go ahead and click Glimmer on 2 different floors, which does just actually kill essentially 2 different floors. Thank you, Spell Weakness, paying it out. Old Magic is excellent. It is further days upstairs. Amazing. Click the Root Seeds. They're very important. The burn here is on Old Magic. I want to get rid of it, and the daze is worth it on its own. Return Soul. I'm going to go ahead and play this into some fractures here. I think they're fine to get rid of. They're not my goal for future turns, so it's whatever. And plus, this adds hundreds of damage here. I think we may rely on this daze for Relentless. I don't think we're going to have the turns necessary. I don't think we're going to have the turns necessary to get these kills otherwise. Also, we just hit Inquisitor, which is a little bit concerning. It's a bit concerning. We're going to go ahead and multi-sting downstairs. Not really afraid of him, but like, I'm going to hold off on that spell weakness spend. Echo Infusion in the back here for Relentless. I don't mind if this guy walks, because he did get neutered by Cleansing Water, so whatever. It's fine. Give me a Glimmer. Also, Glimmer, there we go. Oof, I was a little concerned for a moment. It's a very good turn, though. Amazing. Any turn where I'm drawing this many cards, we should be very happy about. Eternal Kinstone is such a big play here. Do I go explosive on this turn? No, I don't think I do. We're going to Return Soul back the Sting. I want to draw 10 next turn. It's good. I'm going to go ahead and reap the boss here, I think. This mini boss, it's not a lot, but it adds up. Now I can return Soul the Vine Grasp and burn it. I think I will, even if it leaves in this Purge copy. I'm not mad about that. I think that's okay. And that's another like 100 and something damage into the boss. I'm happy about that. Now this mini boss, this is the guy. This is the guy who's having a rough one. And we do get the Glimmer upstairs. Incredible. I was hoping for that swing. Alright. I don't have an explosive turn here. Alright, well, we're not dead. In fact, I'm not going to play the Echo Infusion here. This is a great example of 150. Hey, look, man. There's a reason I took Boon to the Blacksmith. That actually matters. Incredible. We Glimmer upstairs. Ooh, that guy's walking on me. It's Sting into Return Soul Sting. I need to burn that for the Reap here. It's reaping back. Okay, we're clearing it now. It's a really good Glimmer middle, but I'm not actually afraid of this floor in particular. It does kill almost the entire floor. Just being clear. I don't know how to feel about this. I give up like 6 times. I think we're okay. Yeah, we're fine. Math. I had to think about it. I was like, one less. It's okay. Again, I think I could have played it first and not had to worry about it, but it's... I'm playing a little fast and loose here. You'll forgive me. We got the weaker mini-boss. This lets me get away with Glimmer middle, which I do think is really good. It neuters this next floor entirely. 3 turns. I think in 3 turns we see Soul Crushing Guilt again. So we're not going to click that there. Okay. Play cards. Play cards. Pull man forward. Sure. Give him the Sting. It's good. Alright, great news. Let's go ahead. Echo Infusion. Return Soul. I'm burning... What? I'm going to burn the Echo Infusion here, actually. I think that's a fine card to get rid of. We clear the whole floor with it. Good job. Yes. Alright. It's mini-boss time. Play the free cards. We're going to click the Glimmer because it pays out that spell weakness. Yes. We're also going to blow up the Eternal Kinstone here. Now, this is a really good turn, actually, to go hard, because I have all the tools. Yeah, okay. We're going to go hard here. I return Soul on the spell chain. I return Soul. I'm bringing back the Glimmer. And I'm doing it more. I'm doing it on a Root Seeds here. Root Seeds it out. I get a free Glimmer downstairs, which prevents my next turn from being neutered. Very important. And I want to draw 10 cards next turn. This is a lot of reap damage for anyone keeping track. That's very powerful. Ooh, buddy, that soul-crushing guilt on the bottom. Denied by Vengeful Shard. This is what you gotta watch out for. Now, we escape here. We escape, and it's worth it to click cards. I'm going to return Soul now the Glimmer, because this pays out the spell weakness one last time. It's interesting. This is a very interesting bottom deck. We clearly crush this, though. I mean, obviously, we do. But it's very interesting. I guess I should have done that on bottom to do the 3 damage and not push through armor, but whatever. It doesn't matter. We take some hits, but our scaling does matter. I had a feeling we would go Relentless. I think this was about as good as it could have gone. We could have played the Soul Crushing Guilt earlier, right? We could have played that and leaked one of the guys, because the math checks out that he would have walked on me just a little bit, I'm pretty sure. I honestly, I'll be clear with you, I didn't actually run the math. I wanted to move the turn forward. I had a gut feeling he would walk on me. Even if he doesn't, it's not a big deal. It just cleans up Relentless. I think we were still fine, so... Anyway, we do successfully get through the Expert Challenge Arcane Focus. Incredible. Let's go to the run summary. Cool. Arcane Focus is a tricky one. Tithe hurts this a lot. The Arcane Allergy, if you can use it, is fun. Glimmer was nuts here. Incredible hit. The big send Glimmer basically turned it into an Inferno that heals my floor. Otherwise, we had Spine Chief doing a ton of work. The Divinity had only 900 health left after our big burst turn there, where we had the Spell Chain, Return Soul, and the, what's it called? The Eternal Kinstone. Look at how nuts this card is. That's a quad echo play. It's so strong. And then if you spell chain this, you're quad echoing twice. It's such a power move. It kills things. We got that on a mini boss unnecessarily. He was already dead. But the Keeper actually also did good work here, for the record. And it's worth noting that the Divinity, even if he had one in Relentless, might have actually still died to the Reap. We were generating a lot of Reap on this floor. It's hard to keep track of the Reap in Relentless because we're killing in advance, right? So we didn't ever actually see it pay out, but it could have. It could have made the difference. You know, Light's Gift was huge here, but I really think the big shout out goes to Serrated Mandibles, which was incredible at just loading up bosses. Like, we did so much damage to Seraph on one turn because of it. The drop cage made the old magic pretty good. We actually got some free money out of this, which did matter, so. And the Descend made it into a day's payout eventually, so I'll take it. I'm good with that. Double Glimmer was super important. Soul Crushing Guilt was excellent. Just a lot of good plays here. I think the real card that wins, though, is Glimmer, and the rest of this is Spine Chief Decayer doing work. So, yeah, rock on. That is Arcane Focus. Incredible. One of the tougher ones. Not one of the crazy difficult ones. You know, there are some that have pure negatives with no positives whatsoever. We're coming up on them. But some of those aren't actually that bad if you think about them. Whereas I think starting with Days 2 is actually really bad. It's a very big negative. So some lines are completely neutered by this. Please don't random into this one. You're going to hate your life. And with that, I'll let you go. So yeah, all right. Hey, thanks a lot for watching this. I really appreciate your time. As always, you can give the video a like if you want. You can subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. And stay tuned for what's next. Take care, folks.